Hey, what's up guys, Skylar here. Today I'm going to be doing MacBook Pro Restoration Part 2. I finally have acquired the necessary parts to do this, such as the SSD. Now if you don't know the background behind why I have this machine, I would recommend you watch Part 1, which I will link below. But basically, this is for I'll just do a quick recap. This is for a friend of mine, and it's actually for his mom. His mom needs just a very simple computer that'll just work nicely, and this meets that criteria, so I'm therefore repairing it for them. And this is a mid 2007 MacBook Pro, one of the classic ones, and this is going to be getting a solid state drive upgrade. This is a silicon power, however you want to put it, SSD, 120 gigabyte. So this should hopefully give this machine a pretty good speed boost. And yeah, so I'm going to go on ahead and install the SSD, and I'll resume the video once that is completed, or I'll actually show it installed, I guess. Alright guys, I'm back. Here's the MacBook Pro all nice and disassembled. The SSD is successfully installed and properly mounted in. Now the next thing to do is to boot up to my El Capitan installer and get it on here for temporarily, and then I'm going to load Windows 10 through Boot Camp and see if that does work, because Apple says that this supports only up to Windows 7, even though people have had instances of Windows 8 running on this. I'll see if it can run Windows 10, so yeah, I guess I'll be back once the laptop is reassembled. Alright guys, I'm back. It has booted Mac OS 10, or the OS 10 installer from USB. And as you can see here, I actually had to reboot the machine because it shut off for some reason on me. And I put all the screws back in, everything is together as you can see here. But as you can see here, the solid state drive is, so it's a silicon power corporate or something like that, solid state drive. Well, it's a silicon power SSD, I know that much, and it is a 120 gigabyte. As you can see here. So there you go. So I'm going to go on ahead. I'm just going to complete the install of this, which is kind of difficult having to hold the camera and do this at the same time. And I will be back here fairly soon. So 13 minutes, that's not bad. I think it's actually faster than last time. Last time was about 18 minutes onto the old 1 terabyte hard drive here that I stuck in here. And yes, I put in a 1 terabyte hard drive. I don't know why. But yeah, anyway, besides the point, I will be back once I'm at a desktop. Alright guys, I am back, and as you can see here, that's the wrong mouse. Basically, I am going to end up, okay, well, apparently you don't want to detect that properly. As a single FAT partition, what the fuck? Anyway, sorry about that. Basically, the customer wants me to put Windows on this laptop instead, and everything is just, by the way, working if anyone wants to know. Here it is, 120 gig SSD. And I'm going to go to About This Mac, and this is the spec sheet again. If you guys didn't see this from last time, this is the lowest end model you could get for the 2007, and it always says this here, 2.4, 2.2 gigahertz. I don't know who at Apple decided that was the best way to name this laptop, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so I'm going to relaunch Boot Camp. But anyway, so I'm going to start up the Windows 10 setup on here. Now this laptop by Apple support only runs Windows 7 at max, 32-bit. I'm going to be trying to install Windows 10 64-bit. Now people have said that Windows 8 boots successfully on this laptop. If it does boot Windows 10 64-bit, I will definitely be rather happy, because Apple doesn't support 64-bit operating systems on this computer apparently, even though Mac OS that it's running is only 64-bit. I don't know what the hell they're thinking there, but anyway, I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to get all that nice and set up. Why in the world is my drive named that? I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back once I guess them to a Windows setup, or if I failed, either one will happen. I'll be back. Guys, I'm here. As you can see here, I'm running into a few issues. This is my Windows 10 Pro 64-bit pre-activated disk. DVD drive does work on this guy, by the way. It's not broken like some are. Oh, why'd you go to sleep on me? I literally had to go to sleep on me there. The download does not want to work because it keeps saying my disk that's formatted in MS-DOS FAT doesn't want to read it. And when I try to install it, it's only Windows 7. It does not say Windows 7 or newer. It is just Windows 7. So something tells me this is not going to go over as well. And also I have the ISO here on the desktop for Windows 10 Pro. Okay, there it is. So it's now spinning up the disk. I'll see if it'll actually detect it. Come on. Right, there it is. Press continue. Windows 8 is not supported on this Mac. Now this here is actually bullshit, because I've heard of people booting into Windows 8 on this guy just fine with supported drivers too. That's the funny thing. So Yes, this is going to be a little harder than I was expecting. Okay, so I have to do a Windows 7 to 10 upgrade, so I'm going to have to do that, and there's going to be a bunch of Windows 7 crud left over that I don't want, but I'm not sure. If I can pull that off, it'll be awesome. If I can't, then I guess I should have expected it. But anyway, I'll be back once I get Windows 7 installed on this laptop, of which I'm having to actually download an ISO for right now, so that's rather unfortunate. But anyway, I'll be back once that's all finished. Alright guys, so here we go. I did get the Windows 7 all-in-one, I think it's pre-activated, all-in-one 32 or 64-bit. As you can see here, it's I'm using this program called the Disco, which the little icon looks kind of like that there. This is a good application because Apple decided to strip the disk utility of the disk burning thing, which is stupid. But anyway, this is what I use for my disk burning, if you guys are wondering. And right now, it's just doing the double check. Once that's done, I'm going to try and get Windows. Oh, sorry, I'm playing some Rocket League right now. I'm going to try and get Windows 7 for now on this laptop, and then I'm going to do an upgrade to Windows 10. And wow, the frame rate was out of sync there for a second. Anyway, but yeah, I will be back once the disk is fully burned, and hopefully I can boot up to a setup. I think I should. There shouldn't be any issues with that, but yeah, I'll be back. Alrighty guys, I am back, and I have our DVD burned with the Windows 7 all-in-one, both bit versions, and pre-activated. And I have the Boot Camp installer set up here, so let's go on ahead and let's stick this little fella in. And I also did on my little USB flash drive, unfortunately I had to get rid of my El Capitan installer for this, but I do have the, what I think is the correct version of Boot Camp support drivers for this thing, but regardless, I'm going to boot up the operating system and launch this and see if it'll find any compatible drivers. Hopefully it gets the stuff that's correct, but anyway, that's besides the point. It should mount the drive here decently soon, but yeah. I really hope this works because I asked the client or their son for the information on this, and Mark, he's actually my friend. He basically told me to put just Windows on this for now. He said later on he has Linux boot that can resize the partition. I said I could do that for him as well if he wants Mac OS back on here, because I also did include the offer of having Final Cut Pro with it, so did offer them that CD-ROM. Let's continue. So it just could not be found. That is if... No. Are you... Apple, I swear to fucking God, are you kidding me? This is a valid boot disk. This is a boot disk. Oh my God. Okay, well I'm going to have to find some way to get Windows on here past Boot Camp because this is obviously being a pain in the ass, so I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. Why is the refresh out of... I don't know why the refresh keeps getting out of sync, but I burned myself another DVD with this ISO here, which is strictly only Windows 7 Ultimate, so that's pretty nice. Why is that refresh rate out of sync? Oh, that's annoying. But anyway, so I burned this, and let's go on ahead and let's now fiddle with this till it goes in. And let's not wait for it to mount. Actually, wait, let me brighten the display up so you guys can see this a little better. But yeah, so far for now, another thing I'm going to actually end up doing is I'm going to have to grab my charger. It's just unplugged, damn it. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's go on ahead, let's just charge this computer up. And come on, plug in, there you go. We are good. Sorry about the bad footage. I can't plug in a MacBook charger one-handed, so I'll be back once I have that. Well, actually, now whatever. I'll see if it'll... Will you let me boot from it? That is Windows 7! Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely 100% positively fucking kidding me? That is a Windows 7 version. Windows 7. That is Windows 7. Come on. Also, I also have a really great question, Apple. Why are you saying format it in MS-DOS FAT form for the thumb drive, even though it can't support up a 4GB file? God dang it. Windows 8's not supported on this Mac? That's bullshit. People booted into it. Ugh. Whatever. That's frustrating me. Alright guys, I'm back. It's actually the next day. I have another Windows 7 installation. Go ahead and open it here. Unfortunately, Microsoft I can't apparently. Apple shit camp, Boot Camp doesn't want to boot from this DVD, even though it is a perfectly fine Windows boot DVD. It will keep on saying the exact same problem. Windows 8 is not supported, even though this is nowhere close to this. So I have a Windows 7 Home Premium 32-bit install that I know works, so I'm going to end up burning that, or I think I have a DVD burnt for that. I'm going to find that right quick, and I'll be back once I have that done. But man, this thing is just being a pain in the ass, isn't it? Damn it, whatever, I'll be back. Nope, there we go, okay. So this is my Windows 7 Ultimate pre-activated disk. Hopefully this one works, but Windows 7 Home Premium, and I know this works. I installed it on my neighbor's computer, so Apple, swear to God, if your boot camp messes up like this one more time, I'm going to get really mad. I have to tell the client, well, you're gonna have to either deal with Mac OS or Linux. Because my friend, he knows a lot about computers. He just doesn't know a whole lot about MacBooks and stuff, disassembly and stuff, even though it's fairly similar to another computer, except a pain in the ass since Apple design. But anyway, once it mounts, this disk I know is valid unless the date has been. Yep. Home Premium 32-bit. All the stuff is there. It sure is. Nice. Apple, you can boot from this disk. I know you can. There you go. Finally. What? No? Can I really not? God, are you kidding me? What the, why did my Mac Pro do that? Well, shoot. He wants it 90/30. He doesn't want Mac OS on it at all, but okay, I'm gonna have to tell him it's just gonna have to be like this. He also said his mom can deal with external drives, so that's okay. And also, this is a 120 gig SSD, if you didn't remember that from earlier, so. Alright, well, I'll be back once I'm hopefully to a setup screen, so yeah. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see here, we have the Windows 7 setup going. I would like to have gone Windows 10 right from the start. Hopefully the Windows 7 32-bit will upgrade to, I think that would do right. So now we got the boot camp partition. More options, we're going to want to actually format this. Got the 80 gigabyte one, and oh my bad, jeez, can I get my freaking phone focused? Jeez. Anyway, so there we go. So we got Windows 7 installing on a MacBook Pro. Hopefully I'll be back to a desktop once this is done. I will be back. Alright, well this is a bit of further progress. Actually, I find it funny how come that camera does not like to focus on that then. Okay, well, let's focus. There we go. Windows 7 boot screen off the SSD. Setup is updating registry settings. Regardless, just wanted to give a little update that it did finish from the installer, but the DV is still going, so that's whatever. But anyway, so I'll be back once it's actually to a desktop this time. I just wanted to say that it was successful. Huh. Awesome. I'm happy that's working. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see, we have this stuff now, which I'm going to actually type the name in, but I'm not going to show this on camera. But yeah, so we're at a setup. I'll be back at the desktop. Alright, well guys, here's a look at the system specs. And here we go. So now I'm right now getting the NVIDIA driver going and everything like that. But for now, the device roster seemed to actually load rather decently. I just got to get the eyesight camera kind of done. But anyway, so everything seems to be going rather well. And I'm going to eventually get Windows 10 on here. I just want to see if I can get all the drivers loaded so I can just update to Windows 10 ones. But anyway, I'll be back once, I don't know. I'll just be back at a certain time, not sure when. Alright guys, well for now, instead of getting the drivers loaded, I'm going to go on ahead and get my Windows 10 Pro 64-bit pre-activated little disk going here. And I think I can do an in-operating system upgrade. Hopefully it'll actually allow me to do it, and the MacBook will actually boot to it. If not, I'm going to have to get a different booter, but that's besides the point. I'm going to go on ahead and get the setup loaded, and I will resume the video then. This can't run Windows 10, Apple said. But I said, I'm going to put in my Windows 10 pre-activated the disk and option boot, and we get the Windows 10 startup screen, or somewhat, I don't know. It said press any key to boot from CD or DVD, so I am going to try this out, and I really hope this works. I just really hope this works, but yeah. Well, now we're making some forward progress. At first it wasn't giving the little like spinny logo that's kind of cool. spinning a little loading bar, like with the little dots and stuff. Started giving it, and sorry for the shaky hand. I don't know why I'm a little bit jittery right now, and it's installing Windows 10. I really hope this works, and I think Mac OS will natively option boot. Unfortunately, my 85-watt charger I pulled from the trash at work is still not working for me, so that's unfortunate. But at least I have this other non-Apple one that gets like really hot under any load, and also the little MagSafe end likes to split out from it, and the light's broken, but that's whatever. Anyway, so yay, this is working. I'll be back once I'm hopefully at the desktop. But yeah, well, we're about to actually as well see, can this run Windows 10 64-bit? I, at this point, can essentially say yes. So yeah, like I said, I'll be back once this is to the desktop. Alright, here we go. I'm sorry about the little reflection of light, actually. Let me see if I can kind of move that out of the way with my hand. I'm really sorry about the poor camera quality. I hope to get a better camera soon. It's just my iPhone 7, but it seems to be doing okay in the quality department. But here we go, getting ready. Got the Windows logo, got everything. So can you install Windows 10 64-bit on this laptop? So far, it seems yes. But anyway, like I said, just wanted to say it is successful. I'll be back with the desktop here, hopefully very soon. I am just really happy that this is working. Oh yes, Windows 10 on a 2007 MacBook Pro seems to be working fine. And the 120 gig SSD. So that seems to be working pretty well. I really hope this turns out as planned because it seems to be going so far. Alright guys, I am back, and as you can see here, I have Max Fan Control on. Right now I'm trying to download support software, and yes, this does say it's for Windows 7, but the Windows 10 one does not want to seem to work. But as you can see here, I've got everything here, and sorry the camera's a lot of the way. I'm having to hold my phone with one hand and then kind of go with this. Unfortunately, not backclick. But as you can see here, this is a mid/late 2007 MacBook Pro running Windows 10. And big thing here is that it is 64-bit. My camera is severely out of focus. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I'm going to go to Windows, go out of here. And yep, for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the Boot Camp software. And I think I can consider this laptop finished and ready for the client. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the little MacBook Pro series. Hopefully I'll have a little more restoration stuff like this here soon. And because I think it is kind of interesting how come these older laptops, especially one from 2007, is still able to keep up with these current operating systems with what seems no problem, and now Chrome is not responding for some reason. But anyway, that's besides the point. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Guys, so I'm actually technically back. This is actually a much larger update on the laptop. It is the exact same computer as you can see here, but now it's running OS 10. Now you might ask why. And as you can see here, it is the same specifications which you've seen 1,000 times throughout. I don't need to show it too much again, and the keyboard backlight's on, strangely enough. But anyway, the laptop, what happened is Windows 10 64-bit did install somewhat on here, but the drivers wouldn't load. So the keyboard backlight wouldn't load, the speakers, the sound wouldn't load, the headphone jack wouldn't work, so you couldn't like hook up speakers to it. The brightness and stuff wouldn't work like that. The trackpad didn't work properly. And basically everything was loaded very, it was just janky. So I'll just put it at that. I'm gonna get that off the screen. And also I did end up getting a charger with it because I technically have another 85-watt one, which would be more time appropriate for this. This is a 2009 revision. This was before they got the little angle adapter. This one though is very unreliable. It doesn't work, like I'd say 70% of the time, so this one's just for my own use. But anyway, but that's besides the point. Windows 10 didn't install drivers. He wasn't happy, and he said he didn't want the laptop. I can just keep it for my own sale, because I hit the laptop a bunch of times. So actually, a neighbor of mine, he has this old, really crappy LG phone over Straight Talk, another friend actually, and he's getting an iPhone 5S, and he also saw this computer for $250, an Apple laptop, and he's like, how can I skip this up? And he's now going to buy this and get an iPhone 5S. So he's making a huge change to Apple products, but that's besides the point as well. Everything is functioning, and of course, just to show a few things again as to what I've done, basically just a quick overview of what I've done in the whole series. I figured this is an okay way to end this. Got this laptop for $100 off of eBay. Had to buy a charger and a hard drive, of which just has a 120 gigabyte SSD, 85-watt MagSafe power adapter, as you can see kind of here. Cameras want to fucking focus. There you go. Anyway, So that's all that. Basically did a 2007 MacBook Pro resto. Wasn't to the original client, but is to a new one. So yeah, I'm going to sell the laptop, I'm going to say in January. So yeah, I guess a good little, New Year's present. Anyway, this is actually going to be going up Christmas Eve night. So Merry Christmas, y'all. Hope you don't get coal in your stockings. And Happy Hanukkah, because this is actually the first day of Hanukkah. I celebrate that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Merry Christmas. Bye.